Hey, check it out. It's Bum Shadows here. I'm on another live stream. Came on here kind of quick in a rush because I'm asleep, baby. I made a lot of posts today. If anyone saw them. I know last I did a pretty good ripping, if you will, of Rush Collectibles, and that's fine because they deserve it. However, I kind of wanted to put it at a finality or a finale or whatever you want to call it tonight, because at the same time, as much as I enjoy trashing on them, and the fact of the matter is there's a lot of people out there that put money into this. They're putting money into Rush Collectibles and have not sucked. Now, I know recently you showed off like a Spellbinder figure, which I did pre-order. And, that's great and everything. I just have an exception to say for all like the figure influencers or the people that, review figures that are saying like, oh, check this out. Look how great this looks. Sure. But can we like at least like acknowledge the fact this guy has screwed over like a lot of people and he withholds like literally thousands of dollars from people that he hasn't completed his orders to. Like I've seen some influence on it and I've seen it and I'm just gonna name them out. Like Peterson I saw on his show. He's like, oh, look at this. I got a great version of Frankenstein and no Spellbinder's gonna be. Yeah, well, what about the rest of us get Frankenstein? You got it because you're an influencer and great for you. Like, that's awesome and good for you, bro. But here on the, I'm a little bit more on the everyday average Joe side as far as it stands. And I haven't seen shit. I mean, I pre-ordered the glow-in-the-dark one and I pre-ordered the regular purple one. And like I've said before, another live stream, I'm not going to lie. He refunded the glow-in-the-dark one, which actually, in his way, proves that he's capable of giving refunds. It's just when and where he chooses. So he refunded the glow-in-the-dark one. All right, credit for that. I'm not going to sit here. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that since you're not going to, supply that item. But then what's up with the purple one? And then what's up with he sends it to Kyle Peterson? Of course. Well, why wouldn't you just send one to an influencer? But what about the rest of us? You know what I mean? All right, a week or two early, fine. And then you send it out. But you send it to, whatever. You send it to him first. You send it to him first. But you didn't send any out. Otherwise, as far as I've seen, I've been looking at Facebook. I've been looking at Instagram. I made a few posts today to show you that, like, people aren't just going to sit back and like take this from you. Like, I know you think you're above the whatever, but you're not. And if you look at IG at Bum Shadows, if you look at my Facebook at Bum Shadows, if you look at YouTube, my posts on Bum Shadows, you will get all the information to file a complaint against this dude because it's not just me. I read a comment even as recent as today when the original post was June 14th, and this dude a week ago is like, hey, I'm sorry I'm late to this, but what's going on? Exactly. So what I'm trying to say is from now on, if anybody sees this, as cool as the products look, because I've always said this guy has great ideas. He doesn't execute them, and he lies about them. So if you ever see a product on Rush Collectibles and you're thinking of pre-ordering it, don't, because you're going to lose your money. Hey, what's up, Flydale? Captain Jack Sparrow, guilty of being right. You're guilty of being wrong. Anyway, as far as Rush Collectibles goes, like, you pre-order them, you expect them. I mean, that's kind of business. No, I know, like, Zombie got flack for, like, a Sandman that took a while. But as far as I know, Zombie's delivered everything. Never not got a product from Zombie. It might have taken a while for that Sandman, but in Zombie's case, they always delivered. I can complain about the prices, However, they've delivered time every single time, no matter what I paid. So it's almost like, you know, in some ways I question what happened if because at least this company delivers. They might charge a little more, but at least they deliver. And their figures are way better than Rush could ever dream of. I mean, need I not? I mean, it's all, I don't even need to say nothing. Look at this. It's a piece of crap. I love the fact that Roblox got a figure. Don't get me wrong. I want this dude to get any type of money or any type of residuals he wants. I don't want to hurt that for him. I love the figure. I'm just saying the person that made this figure is a piece of crap. It's Rush Collectibles, Rush Toys. Do not, I'm telling you, not order from this guy. Even these, even the Larry's Abyssos, all the Roblox. I only got 2 here. I know I got the 3rd one. All the Roblox. I ordered these off of not Rush. I ordered these off of eBay or Rock and Roll Collectibles. It's a great site, by the way. Check out Rock and Roll Collectibles. I mean, they're the jam. They're a great site. But I got these 2 fools, and I just love Roblox, and I love the fact you got a figure. I supported it. Even though it's garbage, I said, well, you know what? I'm going to give the dude the benefit of the doubt. Give him the benefit of the doubt. He mailed me the effing, if I had it by that stupid French Angel. Okay, like, he goes great with my Dungeon of Doom because he looks like a freak, but he made him look more like a freak, like he wears a sleeveless t-shirt and has a sunburn like Hank Hill on his arms. As far as I know, I've looked back in history and everything, like, he didn't just have a sunburn on his arms. So that's obviously lazy production, cheap production. Let's just get by with what we got. That's what that says to me. How much does Rush charge for those retros? Fly the L. Trying to think. I think, like, when you totally order the Spellbinder, I believe it was like 35, which I should have my facts straight on that. I don't want to be quoted on that. I really don't want to take anything from him that isn't true. So I put my hand to that. I believe. I know shipping's $10 because when I ordered the Frankenstein, I doubled up because I wanted to save on shipping. And I'm a relentless saver. You can call me what you want, or penny pincher or whatever. But I'm going to save as much money as I can. So when I saw the 2 Frankensteins, the glow in the dark and the regular one, I put them together. I wouldn't have to duplicate the shipping. You know what I'm saying? So it was $10 either for or $10 for 2. So I got the 2. So I know that for a fact. As far as Spellbinder, I want to say he was effing $34.99 plus the 10 shipping. But I was like, this is after he fulfilled his quote unquote promise to deliver the French frickin' Angel. Frank Millet or whatever his name is, or whatever his name is. So, like, you know, I got, he had other colors. He had one green one. He had one with red pants and blue pants. I just got the initial one. And lo and behold, it was delivered. So now I'm like, okay, stupid me. I try to root for the guys that, like, trying to make it. You know what I mean? The guys that are, you know, they're trying their best. Like, I don't know the first thing about figure making. So when someone comes with a figure company, I'm automatically impressed. As I was with Rush when they came up. I was like, wow, you know, like, cool. Like, good for this guy. Loved his ideas. I mean, this guy definitely thinks outside the box. He had ideas for presidents. He had ideas for monsters. He had ideas for things beyond the normal wrestling figure scope, which I appreciated. Hence why I pre-ordered the Frankenstein. I had an idea with my fig fed. Full disclosure, don't mean to break cave. He was supposed to join my Dungeon of Bum, which is based on the Dungeon of Doom, and he didn't deliver. And that pissed me off because I had a whole plan for that. You know, and I see Kyle Peterson showing it off, and it's like cute, but like good for him that he's an influencer. Wonderful. But what about us that actually paid money? Like, I get why you send it to him. I'm not stupid. However, what about the rest of us, like that are actually customers? Just, it's avoidance, it's hiding, it's ducking. And I even put in a message, I'm like, dude, duck me. And he's like, oh, I'm not that type of person. I won't duck people. He did. So all I gotta say is and I'll wrap this up because it's tired already, and I'm sure tired people are hearing it. But unless you ordered from them, maybe you can appreciate what I say. I'm just trying to reinforce that warning and that statement that among no circumstances do I recommend you purchase anything from Rush Collectibles because most likely you'll just be giving your money away. So I would suggest you give for tots. I think major pods like collect, like they'll collect figures for people that are disadvantaged. I saw a buddy of mine, Fig Heel. He put another toy drive, to do these things. So if you waste money, don't put it on Rush. Get these kids something so they can open something because this guy is not going to provide you anything to open except open your anger towards his total compliance, I don't know, this isn't the best wording, but being not being a real business, I guess. So it's sad. A lot of people, they get screwed like this, and it's like, well, where do I go? And there isn't avenues. I want to be an avenue to that. I don't want people to get screwed over. You know what I mean? It's one thing to overpay for a figure and you get it delivered. That's fine. I would suggest Hastel for that because they get sold figures. So if you're going to overpay, do it for them because you're actually going to get a really solid figure and a really nice figure. But if you're going to overpay and you're worried about it, don't do it for Rush. Just don't. I'm telling you, I'm not being a hater. I'm sure if he came up with a comeback with his limited intelligence and social skills that he'd label me a hater because that's what morons do. So, like, I ain't a hater. I don't hate this guy. I hate his practices. I hate how he screws people over for money. I hate how he's a liar. I hate how he's a scammer, and I hate how he's a cheat. But I don't hate him. Just let it be known. That's all. Holy crap. Okay, I gotta go way back. To make a shit list of bad figure companies. Too many dice. Fly the Owl for sure, man. Again, I'll just say real quick. It's not like I want to trash on this company. I've said before, I wanted to believe in company. And I still to this day will say his ideas are great. He had a monster ring that looked cool. He had some famous characters that were coming out. He thought of putting the presidents out, which was controversial with Trump. But if you go back, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abe Lincoln, they're not bad ideas, bro. They're not effing bad ideas. But when you're saying all this crap and you can't even, or me, Frankenstein, that I ordered in July of 2024, by the way. You remember July of 2024? Does anybody? Right. It was so long ago. So, I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, like, I don't even know. I put the picture of his IG up there. I respectively put a bear emoji over the kid's face in the picture. I don't know if it's his son, his nephew, his grandson, his niece or daughter. I don't even know. So I put a bear over it, and that's out of respect. That's just to show I'm not out, man. I'm out here because my money was spent, and you haven't provided anything. I'm not out to expose your family or do anything like that, but I will expose you because you're a piece of crap and you haven't delivered on your things and you want to represent word of quote unquote figure company. So that's what it's about. And like I said, it's not about me. I told you, eat my money as long as you got a business. Good eating. Ah, 3 Points of Articulation Wrestling, a site that I definitely know and visit. Last I heard, Robach was still waiting for payment for that figure from our own. Oh my goodness. Also, Larry is too. Wow. Holy crap. Let me tell you something. 3 Points of Articulation is a site that on Instagram and Facebook that for all the news and all the everything, and they're always on point. And this is commercial. They didn't ask me nothing. I just saw the comment. So if you don't believe me, why, look at these statements by, a site that's been known to deliver the news and deliver it correctly and honest. And that's 3 Points of Articulation Wrestling. So, there you go. I mean, if you believe me, that's fine. But, I don't want, if this guy could like afford to pay everybody or give their figures or do something, I've said on the live streams, if this guy delivers product, even if it sucks, I'll review it, but then I won't comment on it anymore because he actually delivered. And whether the product sucks or not, I guess that's on me for pre-ordering. But he hasn't delivered any product. He hasn't delivered anything. And then I asked for a refund from this dude. You don't refund. He's too cute for that. He wants to take his money and vacation or do whatever he wants or try to live his life off of my hard-earned money and off of a lot of folks' hard-earned monies that they earned off their back, for working God knows who many hours a week. And here's this guy like posing with a kid thinking he's all cute and then taking all our money. I don't find that cute. I don't find that funny or entertaining. It's like, dude, how do you sleep at night doing that when you take people's money and you know you're not going to afford it? It's sickening and it's disgusting, and what a putrid human. And I don't care. I don't know the guy from Adam or Eve, but he sucks. Because these type of humans, scumbags, they're leeches, they're just, crickets, they're cockroaches in today's society. And whether or not he likes this, I don't really care, because what have you shown me that's otherwise? If he's showing me something otherwise, I say, the guy's a cockroach, but he did show some qualities. He shows no human qualities. He shows cockroach qualities, So, he can call it a hater. He can call it whatever. I call facts. I'm being more than polite and more than honest. I know there's many more that have been screwed over by you. And although all of them won't catch this live stream, I hope at least one or two at the least catches a wind of this live stream and says, yeah, the guy screwed me too. So I put on IG and I put on Facebook ways to, contact your state, contact your better, if I could talk, Better Business Bureau, and tell them, and we'll all fill it out and like for the best, because as far as it is, this guy's just sitting on money, then putting up pictures of figures, and then random figure influencers will get all boned up like it's a big deal. Like, oh my goodness, he put a pair of a spellbinder that he promised in January. Woo! Woo! What does he send out? Is there a physical spellbinder anybody's seen, including you influencers? Tell me. Show me. I want you to show me that you have this in hand. Then I'll believe you. And I don't believe crap. Dang, that sucks. Yes, it does. Have you ever thought about getting a job? Ron 3000. Have you ever thought of not being a fucking idiot? That might be a good thought. You could probably think about that. You could also probably think too about how enriching your life as opposed to making stupid ass comments people's lives that you have nothing to do with and you have no information about. But you're 3000, so you're beyond us all. B-Ron. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, by the way, B-Ron 3000 and on 3000 is a loser. I just want that on tape. They were around 25 bucks a piece. You're a nickel pincher now. Stop making pennies. You're right. Maybe that's the angle he's going for. He's like, oh, there ain't no more. There ain't no more pennies. Yeah, this is just I imagine how a bitch talks. I don't know pennies. So maybe they'll and maybe they'll just believe it. So I'm sure that's cute. Hey, I'm Pastor Pencil. Pastor Pencil, what's up? How did you lose your eye? That comes from C's even somewhere. Hey, perfectly fine comment. I've addressed it before. I'll try to do the quick version. I got juvenile diabetes when I was 5. I tried to keep possessed control of my parents until about my teenage years, where I rebelled against myself and my own disease. I ate everything I wanted. I drank anything with sugar or whatever. Then in my 20s, I developed an alcohol problem. There, things got worse. Complications started happening. My blood sugar was so high all the time that complications were going to incur. So what it did was attacked the most fat on my body, which at the time I was very skinny. So it's my eye. It took my eye, and I am blind. And you know what? I did it to myself. So, not gonna lie. Did it to myself. No one did it to me. It's not an accident. You know, as much as I like to blame it, it's not. I did it to me. You know, I had perfectly 2 good working eyes since I was 30. Then I effed it up. I didn't take care of myself. I didn't look after diabetes. I didn't conquer alcoholism. I just let it go. And I let it go. So here it is. It's gone. So that's what happens when you let things go and you don't try to conquer, bad things or bad demons or bad addictions or anything. Like, shit's gonna happen. Like, believe me. Like, I used to think in my stupid 20s when my ego was on 1010 that nobody's gonna touch me. No one's gonna do anything. Nope. Diabetes touched me and did everything to me. So, as strong as I am, as powerful as I am, and I feel that I am, there's only certain things and overcome by being stubborn and not compliant. There's only certain things, and they're usually weak things you can overcome with that. But when it comes to something like that's a life-changing disease and everything, like diabetes or perhaps cancer or anything else that's like long-term, I wish I was more humble with that. I wish I had received that news. I was more humble. I was arrogant. I still thought, like, whatever, I'll do whatever I want. Nope. So, wrestling figures aside, life is what it is. I mean, like, we can talk wrestling figures all day, and I'll love it, and I'll laugh, and I'll make fun of people. That's fine. As far as real life, I gotta warn any diabetics out there, anybody that's got an illness, that like my alcoholism did not in any way, shape, or form help my situation. So, that's all I got on that. And faster pencil, I'm a pencil with a Vallejo confirms that you are pencils. Harsh W 4037 Barbosa, and then a little crying face. I don't know. Sure, I don't know who the hell that is, and I'm out of the time. Sure, Barbosa. I used to know a DJ called Ray Barbosa, and he DJ'd on 94.5 when I was like young in the 90s. I'm assuming it's not the same person. He played a lot of R&B and hip hop. That was my scene back in the day, 94.5, jamming. Fly the L on the toy drive. Yes, hell yeah, man. Grown man, by the way. I hope you're talking about me. Is the beard real? Yeah, I actually just trimmed it earlier. It was really, if you look at older videos, it was really puffed out, and I didn't mind it, but it was so out of control that I was like, okay. I am shadows, but how bummish can I look? You know, I do have self-respect, believe it or not. So I do want to look good on these things, or as good as I can, you know what I mean? I mean, like, whatever. Good looking is people's perspective. So as long as I feel good looking, I feel fine. And I felt I wasn't as good looking for myself with the long mangy beard. So I tried to trim it up and make it look a little, not exactly neat, but a little neater. So yes, the beard is real. I haven't dyed it, no, just for men. Yeah. Maybe I'll come to that crossroads. I haven't yet. You know, I'm 44. Not doing bad. I mean, I got a lot of dark hair left. So I don't feel too bad about it. Get to that point. I think I'll just let it go as it goes. If there's gray, like you can already see grays in it. I'm not stupid. But if it goes all gray or mostly gray, it goes all gray and mostly gray. I'm not going to just ferment it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to do that Vince McMahon stash with nothing. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But no problem with the question. Appreciated, bro. Valid question. Well, okay. Well, if it is an eye patch, the cane, you gonna brag about being a Navy SEAL, though, guy? Nope. Ram Ranch really rocks? No. I was never in the military. I never claimed to be. I'd never do stolen valor either. Not my game. You know, like, the fact is, at the time, even if I wanted to join the military, I had, and always have had juvenile diabetes. So even if I wanted to, I was immediately declined. I mean, that's a liability in the war field. And if some guy freaking out and enough insulin on the battlefield and just shot the hell up, I understand it. I'm not mad about it. Truth be told, I'm not exactly a military guy. And this way, I don't like people telling me what to do. So that's right off the bat, like, not consistent with military. So with that being said, even if I had been allowed, I wouldn't put up with shit. I don't like people yelling at me what to do. Definitely a sore spot and something I personally don't with. If you do, that's your own prerogative. And I don't like frown upon you. That's your own deal. I don't like men in general, and I don't like men talking to me. I'm a liker and a lover of the ladies. What it is. Kyle ever talk about Rush? I know he talks bad about Powertone quite a bit. First two companies on the shit list. Bum slapping. Behold 3K. We need to wait for 4K for all those bugs. Yeah. Yes, Kyle did talk about Rush in the last thing I watched. And let me just put it right here. I watch Major Pod. I do watch Kyle. My favorite is actually Fig Heel, and I do watch him, but Fig Heel is actually a good dude. I'm not saying Kyle and the Major Pod guys aren't, but dealings with Fig Heel have been very pleasant. He seems like a down to earth dude. And he's actually like responded when I messaged him. I'm not like hounding these other guys, but like my boy Wally made a a video on Latuni, and I felt it wasn't getting enough attention. So I said, well, let me message these companies. I messaged Manager WF Pod. I messaged Kyle Peterson. I messaged Fig Heel. And one person responded out of those three, and it was Fig Heel. Little things mean a big deal to me, especially when there's something like that. So if you're gonna get your fake news, get it from Fig Heel. He's a legit dude. I can't speak for these other guys that can't even answer a question. And I'm not saying like right away, like ever. You know, this has been like 2 weeks. No one responded. It's fine. I mean, you know, everyone's too busy for people. That's But I just feel like when somebody provides even just a quick response, it at least shows they give a damn. You know what I mean? And they're not on their high horse. So I'm gonna say I will recommend if you want to get your figure news, and he usually does it earlier than anyone, get it from Fig Heel. That dude's cool. I like him a lot. I've talked with him a few times. He's not a dick. He actually responds when you message him. So he obviously cares about his followers and fans. He's got this girl with him. I think it's his girl, Macho Fran. I love that name, by the way, like, because I Macho Man. I'm assuming her name's Francine. Macho Fran, perfect, perfect, perfect. Love it. So I wish the best to them two folks. Not that I don't wish the best for everybody else, but, you know, I feel like, not that I'm wicked popular or whatever, but like if someone messages me, I'm gonna message them back. I think it's very rude to not. And I don't care how many, like, whatever messages you get, unless they're stupid messages where they're insulting you or doing stupid shit. But if someone's like actually you like a positive like message, I mean, what's your problem? I've had contact with Zombie Sailor, and everyone gives him shit for his long arms, but you know what? When I message Kai, he responds. He reacts. You know, I've had trouble with Hostile Toy, but when I comment and respond, he's the first one to put the heart on it. So that's Hostile Toy, Zombie Sailor. Those are companies. Those are real companies. FC Toys, same thing. Epic, I've never had an issue with. TRT, a new company, you know, like if you want to make a comparison, TRT, Title Run Toys came out. I pre-ordered the whole effing series. Gave them a shot. Gave them a huge shot. They delivered. Now, do I think everything's perfect? No. Do I believe they're going to improve with experience? Yes. And that's what I had in my heart and in my collecting for Rush until they proved otherwise. So, at 35 minutes, I meant to be just 30 minutes. I've crashed on them. I'm going to talk about other things, but let me get to whatever chats I missed. I've been missing them a lot. Sister Shadows is here listening. Yes, his beard is real. Laughing my ass off. It doesn't even look fake. It's very true. Fly the Owl. Okay, I'm already sick of Black Friday emails. Yeah. Bum Shadows. Military would not work well. Our dad was military. Yeah. Love is forever. 979. On your eye. On my eye is an eye patch? On my eye is lashes and a lid. I don't know. That's very, very much a statement. I'll just say that much. A-Link 7172, cool dude. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Like, I'm not trying to not be a cool dude. I don't want to actually, I'm really a guy at peace. I just want everyone to get along. But when stupid crap happens like this, I get pretty upset because it's like, not only me, I feel bad for the people that like thought they were actually going to get wrestling figures that were this creep. So it's just like, not only do I feel bad, I feel bad for others. And just in my nature, I want to speak up and I want to be like the voice that helps other people get that voice to vote. And that's just always been my nature, man. I mean, it's not like this fabricated. I get passionate about things, man. And I'm passionate about good things. But I'm also passionate when people screw me and they're going to screw other people over. I'm gonna calm down. I'm not gonna be bad. I get worked up. I don't care. That's how it goes. What do you want from me? Not care when people are screwing me and I didn't invite them to screw me? Yeah. No, that ain't gonna happen. So, sorry, but not sorry. If I'm too intense for you, too bad. Too bad. Don't watch. I don't care. Rush away from Rush Collectibles, Flavio. Hell yeah, man. All right. Look, I just want to end it on Rush. And then if I continue this live stream, we'll talk about other things if people want to. People order figures, people expect a service. Okay, you have a website where you sell figures. People expect to get these figures. And I know this is all simplicity, but let me explain. Okay, you're supposed to be the person that facilitates this. You're the one putting up the numbers. You're the one putting up the prices. You're the one putting up the figures as if they're an opportunity for folks to just go and purchase and expect them someday. You don't do that. And maybe you don't care. Maybe you don't get a soul. Maybe you're just after you or you're a sociopath. Possible. But if you have any heart in your heart, like, how do you do that to people, man? Like, seriously, how do you do that to people? It's very pathetic. It's very sad. The least you could do is message people back and say, look, it's taking a long time, it's taking a long time. But once I asked about my Frankenstein, you blocked me. And you've blocked many others. And it confuses me because they put money into your effing product. You're just like, well, you hurt my feelings, boo-hoo-hoo. And you turn it down. I don't know. My advice would just be refund people. Deliver the product. Do something. Message them to let them know what's going on. It's just a sad situation, and I'm not only sad for me, I'm sad for everyone else. But I will wrap it up with one last statement. Rush Collectibles, asking you, please, as a human being, not even for myself, please just either email the people, refund them, bought the product. That's all. I'll take down any songs I made. I'll take down any, whatever live streams I made about you. If you provide people with either product or refund, then All this is done. I'm not saying it even, you even care, you even factor, or you even seen this. I'm not even saying that. That's fine. I'm just saying as negative energy in your vortex, it will disappear because once I see that there's some sort of responsibility for it personally, I won't say a damn thing. So it's not like me having to hang on an agenda like to just get content. I get plenty of content and from plenty of other figure companies, by the way, that actually deliver. So it's not about that. But please, just not for me, just please send people their FM product. Like save yourself something. Save some face. Because right now you're the biggest fool. And I am sure this isn't politically correct, but you're the biggest pussy in the wrestling figure business. And if you have any respect for yourself, I'd want to stand up and say, no, I'm not. But that's just, I'm built different. But as far as you, I don't know. If that affects you or it doesn't, or you don't give a flying shit, I guess this speaks more for you. But as far as you, as far as me, the Spellbinder was the last order I ever made off you. I'll never order anything else for you again, I promise. So you never have a problem again. So if you just send me my shit, I'll stop talking about it. I won't even review it if you send it to me, actually, if that's what you're afraid of. And I know a lot of things, because you're a wuss. But, and although you responded to me like you claimed like you didn't know what I was doing, but you waited till 3 messages and you also blocked me, but you didn't know what I was doing, right? You didn't see anything. Okay. So why'd you block me? You saw. You saw it all. You saw it all. You can't be when you've been this. You saw everything. Greetings from North Sentinel Island. Oh, baby. What's up, boss? See ya. Hell yeah, welcome. Zane Nash says hi, hello, and Fly the L also. To both of those gentlemen, extended the hello while I was rambling on, so I appreciate him as always. Fly the L is a great guy. You gotta check him out on Waddy's channel on the live stream. Very knowledgeable dude, very cool dude. Great host with a great show that they put on. So I implore you to check that out. I believe they're officially stationed Saturday at 7 or 8 p.m. You gotta check it out. But yeah, Flydale is a welcome guest and a welcome contributor, and I think a very valuable member of the figure community. We love everybody in this community, no matter if they have one or what they. Oh, warning 1A. Thank you for coming by. I have to admit something to you. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was wrong. I'll be the first to say it. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. My girlfriend kind of reviewed the chat and showed me your specific comment, warning 1A, and I made a stupid reaction to it. I didn't understand what you were saying. I was in the midst of like trying to defend myself. I read your comment wrong. I apologize. I don't know what else I can do except say that. Like, I was wrong. Or them, or they, or you, or a girl, or whatever. I'm sorry. And that's not an insult. I want to, whatever, I can't tell from the picture or the name, so I don't know if a girl or a guy, and that's fine either way. I'm just saying that I was wrong, and I apologize. You were right. I reread what you said, and it wasn't a statement at me. And it was actually a positive statement that supported me. So, warning 1A, I'm not being bullshit. I sincerely apologize. Because when I reread, I saw where you're from, and it was actually a really nice and strong and intelligent message that I dismissed as an insult. So that's on me. So I appreciate you coming back even after that. Let me just read everything you said, and I'm sure it's great. But we love everybody in the community. It don't matter if you have one eye or what they have wrong with them. They could have Down syndrome or be gay or black. We love everybody here, my guy. Bro, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, I make you a moderator. I get you. I do really apologize. I really feel bad because I totally like was in my own zone and for some reason took that as like I don't know why I just read it wrong or quick took it as an insult, but obviously and with it's the shadows, my girlfriend's help. Um she actually showed me in the morning and said, I don't know what we were talking about. And then I reviewed it. And I was like, I don't know what I was talking about either. Not to laugh about because it was a jerk move. However, warning 1A. I apologize. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming aboard. I'm sorry that I mistook your message for something insulting. And I'm very actually thankful that you showed up because I really wanted to say that to you. Be intense as I am, as intense as it seems I can be to certain people, it's only when I know they've done me wrong. But when someone hasn't done me wrong and I lash out on them, that's a horrible thing. And that's on me. Like, I get better about that. So, thank you for showing back up. Fed QB 6TK. What happened to your eye? Well, when I was 5, I contracted juvenile diabetes. I learned with my parents how to deal with it all up into my teens. Until like my middle teens, maybe 15, 16, when I could drive, I decided I didn't have diabetes. I eat and drink and everything I want. Then about like 18, 19, 20, started picking up drinking. By 25, I was a full-blown alcoholic. And by 30, I lost my eye. And it was because diabetic retinopathy. If I could talk. Retinopathy. I can't even. Why can't I? Wow. It was a diabetic complication. However, my good eye was saved. I'm thankful for that. By all means, would have been completely blind. Would not be doing this. Would have not seen another figure. Not seen another wrestler. Not seen anything. Not seen my sister grow up. Not seen my nephew. Not see, my sister graduate. My parents get back together. Or my girlfriend for like whatever many years. Or even met my girlfriend of current time because I was completely blind. Yeah, I'm not trying to make this a sob story, but it's the truth. It's a really deep thing for me. I don't mind people bringing it up, but it's just, a hard thing to get through. So once I came on YouTube, I made videos like behind the scenes. No one ever saw me. Till this year, I decided, maybe break out, do what I can do, see what I can do with the channel. I thought it'd just be kind of a cool idea, cool gimmick, and since I'm and physically, as you can see, blind in my right eye, which just shows up on left on here, that perhaps it's just a gimmick, but not a gimmick, but like a real gimmick where it's like based on reality. Which all my years of following wrestling, I heard is the best way to, exercise a gimmick when it's based on reality. I've only heard that a million times. So I kind of went with that. And this is what it is. Sometimes I wear a bandana over the eye and trying to switch it up with different things, but more or less the eye will be covered. But I also think, it's sort of trying to take a weakness and make it a strength. And that's what I feel that I'm personally, whether it's worldwide or not, famous for, is taking anything bad and making it good. And I'll continue to do that the rest of my life. Renopathy. Thank you, Flavio. That's one of the reasons why we love everybody in this community. It doesn't matter what they have wrong with them. I missed your comment before. Okay. What happened here? Sometimes controversy sells, man. You gotta pump the algorithm with some positivity, with some ambiguous humor sprinkled on top. That's one of the reasons why we love everybody in this community. It doesn't matter what they have wrong with them. And that's warning 1A. Yeah, exactly. Not in a bad way. I have nothing to say to that because I have nothing to add. That was perfectly put. Exactly. That's why I tried to just say I'll talk a certain amount, which I feel in for the past few minutes. But I just wanted to my final message, go with Rush. I got some new information. I posted it on Instagram and on my YouTube channel. So I sort of almost wanted to work it out of my system. Like, let me just get this out one time. I go, one last thing to say, one whatever. And then, I put in a post, unless I get, a refund, the product, hear news that Rush is closed down, you won't hear them from me again. Because honestly, you can only do so much. And once your point or statement has been made, how many times can you hammer it home before people don't want to believe it? So I'll hammer it home once. Well, I did it a few times, so I'll hammer it home 5 times. But it took 5 nails to get this one done. Oh, I saw Renopathy that you play. Oh, yeah, I was struggling word-wise. In 1A, it was a landline in the war. Dr. Whore? Oh, excuse me. Who, what, where? Sob story, boohoo. Let me click on your profile. Let me see what you look like. Won't let me. From the small little image, though, you look like a fat bastard that, probably is miserable with their life. So, boohoo for you. I hope you can find some happiness in your life, as opposed to trying to tear down YouTubers you don't even know and that are on Livestream and that are immensely better looking than, better a person and better a man than you could ever be. So you watch whatever. Oh, Botchamania? Yeah, you just wanted. I thought you were talking about my sob story. That was really cute. But Botchamania, yeah, sure. What else? I'm waiting. Come on, doctor. What? Where? You got the stage. So what do you want me to respond to? I heard we watch Botchamania. I've seen it. You boohooed my sob story. So I assume you've lost 9, have diabetes all your life, dealt with it. Yeah, I'm sure you had the struggles I did. Sure. Okay. Nothing. So I think right now I'm gonna end the stream, not because of whatever. It's just more. I already trashed on Rush, and it's not like extra trash. It's new trash because I found out new things. I want everybody to pursue any action against Rush because he's full of crap, stole money off us, and that's how it goes. I just wanted people to know. I just wanted people to have some sort of avenue that may have been thinking or too much considering or not wanting to put their name out there exactly, which I get, to this guy. But he's really a scammer. So if you have anything that's Fresh Collectibles, if you go on my IG or Facebook, there's a sample of a form that my sister Seattle's, was nice enough to me. And although it's for the state of New Hampshire, use your resources, but still just take those steps to apply. Some of them ask for a written complaint. Some of them you can do electronically. Or anyone that has lost any money, that's got to do that. I'll come at you with different live streams. It'll be a lot more positive. Tonight, I just want to kind of close on my feud with Rush because I can only I do so much, but I can only do so much. You know what I mean? I can be one guy and I can pursue all the actions. I can do what I want to do. I just wanted other people that felt kind of helpless, like I did at certain points, to like have an avenue for some solution on this subject. So I don't wish Sal anything personally bad. I wish well for his family and himself and everything. But I also wish that he'd the testicles to mail out everything that people have bought. And I think that's completely fair for me to say. Doctor Who, what? It's cool, bro. Don't worry about it. Appreciate it. Don't worry about it. We're all good, bro. And shit happens. Don't worry about it. Appreciate you coming by, Doctor Who, what? No issues. I'm not like Mr. Like hold this grudges, although it seems that way with this Rush thing. I respect the hell out of people when they take responsibility and they atone for their actions. That's all I ever ask from people. Um, Not that you owed it to me. You can do whatever you want. Appreciate that from you and respect. So we're all good. You can always come on here, brother. Whenever you want. Whenever you want. And even if you say things I don't like, whenever you want. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you being a man. Or, man, this gender stuff. I appreciate a good human being. So thank you. And with that being said, I enjoy your topics you cover. Thank you. No insult when I want to be politically correct. I don't want to label anybody anything that they are not. It was nothing like a dig. I love everybody. Seriously, I do. Until they show me they're a piece of shit, then they can go to hell. But my people, let me look through my 1 and 1A. Appreciate you. Fly the L. I always appreciate you, bro. Let me just look through the chat, see some of the people. My sister, I love you, Destiny. We got a lot of Fly the L, who's my bro. So I think I'll just give the, let me just, 3 points of articulation wrestling. Appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping by. Like, I know you got a big following, so thank you. And last but not least, Doctor Who, what, where. No problems with it, bro. Appreciate you coming by. Appreciate your standing up and taking responsibility for anything you do. It's an admirable quality, and I appreciate you. So with that being said, I'm going to say this will be the end of this particular live stream. I just really wanted to get that Rush stuff off my chest. So the next live stream that I do, I won't be sitting here like holding it all in and then lashing it out and then boring everybody. So I decided to just get one last, I guess at this point, hour and 1 minute live stream. I meant to be a half hour. It's cool. People came in and commented. I love it. And but I'm gonna end it here, considering the subject. And when I come back at you next with a solo live stream, we'll have an unboxing. We'll have a unboxing. There won't be any of this down in the dumps, kind of like screw this guy type of thing. That's sort of why I even did this tonight. I just want to get it out of my system. So I appreciate y'all if you listened, hearing me, all comment and hearing me. Um, Oh, yeah, Doctor No, Doctor Who, what, where? I'm an old timer. It's on Andre the Giant Wrestler. That's awesome. That's awesome. I did not have the privilege. I did see live wrestling. It was a WrestleMania Revenge Tour, and WrestleMania 10. I got my parents, who I love and adore, got the front row seats, which with our income is amazing. At the Boston Garden when it still existed, and that is a huge memory for me. Something that I always look back on with fondness. Okay, done with memory lane. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate anybody tuning in. I appreciate anybody watching. If you watch this, you're like, oh man, all this dude does is complain on this particular live stream. Yes. But typically I don't. Typically I just open figs. I talk about fun stuff and everything. I just really needed to get this out of my system because I've just been aggravated about it. And I knew that if I carried it over, it'd just be too much for me to take on and really carry into not only my own but my own conversations or live streams. I did see a few more comments come in. Dextoretto 599. I've been to Royal Rumble, Backlash, SmackDown, and WrestlePalooza this year. I went to SummerSlam 2022 and SmackDown 2018. Some live events, Raws, and Money in the Bank 20. Hell yeah, Dax. Good for you, brother. That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's definitely great. Good for you. That seems really awesome. You got a good run going with you. Royal Rumble is my favorite event of all time. You know, and that's awesome that you attended one. Not that the other events aren't special or great, but Royal Rumble, damn. That's my favorite event of all time. The parquet floor, 94, 94, I think I went. So I think it was. I'm trying to think though, were the parquet floors always? I don't know. I have to look it up to be honest. I remember both, and I've been to Celtics games before and after. No, I never been to a Bruins game, unfortunately, but I went to a Celtics game a few times. But I just actually can't place it. It was 1994, so whatever year. It might have been sort of near the end, maybe. I know the Fleet Center came, and then the TD, Boston Garden and whatnot. I wasn't trying to flex. I just had to say, yeah. And my first Rumble I've been to, they ruined it with Jey Uso. Oh, dicks. Yeah, questionable decision. I do watch current stuff, by the way. Not like live episodes, but I watch all the cheaply, like the live highlights on YouTube and everything. So I do keep up with it. Actually, I did see Raw because I believe it was on Peacock, which I have. And yeah, that was rough. Not gonna lie. I mean, like, Cena makes sense. I know CM makes sense. I mean, I'm trying to think, was this a Rumble that CM Punk got hurt, or is that the year before? I'm getting my years mixed up. Had he been healthy, I'll say, like, maybe him, Cena would make complete sense. Jey Uso, yeah. It seems like he's just crowd popular, but then when you get to the internet, it's like, not so much. Should have been Cena, Punk, or LA Knight, in my opinion. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I knew like CM Punk, maybe it was the last Rumble, not this one, but 2024. I know he got like hurt, but then I forgot. But then, yeah, this year, Jey Uso. Oh, Cody Rhodes. What the hell? He won it in 2024, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this year definitely Cena. I thought Cena or CM Punk. LA Knight's another good choice. They keep ignoring him though. No matter how much he gets over, they ignore the hell out of that guy. I don't know why. Maybe it's a personal thing, but like, why not give that guy a run with the world title? He's so effing popular. And Doctor, now who was your favorite growing up? Favorite wrestler of all time, and I'm old. I'll give full disclosure. 44, so I'm an old man. Macho Man Randy Savage. Macho effing man Randy Savage. I'll give it top 4, then Warrior, then Undertaker, then Sting. Those are my top 4. 5 being Mr. I'm old school, baby. I wish they'd push Otis. You know what? I was thinking about that. When he won that ladder in the bank, Money in the Bank contract in that ladder match, like, did they not see how over this guy was? They should have just gave him, like, even if it was a short run, a surprise run with the title, even if it ended in it just would have made sense. Definitely. Jay was an interesting choice. Wanted to get behind him, but he's not a good solo wrestler, especially in big matches. No, he lacks, man. I love the Usos as a tag team. You know, it kind of was the same story way back. They said the same thing, and it remained true with Billy Gunn, Mr. He was in a tag team with the Road Dogg. They tried to make him single. They tried to put a feud on him with Rock. He just couldn't do it. But once he's in a tag team, it's money. I feel like Jey Uso is maybe the new age Billy Gunn in that regard. Okay, I think I'll say with that being said, 69 minutes. 69. I'm probably gonna end it right now. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody coming in. Flighty L said that last comment. Appreciate it. So I'm gonna end it tonight. I'll be back with y'all. I think maybe tomorrow, Waddy, as far as I know. I mean, unless things change, but I don't think it will. I'm supposed to live stream with Waddy tomorrow. And that should go down, and that's a good time. Waddy's channel. Go subscribe. The guy has the most insane collection. See, one of the best I've ever seen, and I'm even talking about like the quote-unquote top dogs in the wrestling industry, figure collecting industry. Like, Waddy's collection is magnificent, if I could talk. It's one of the best I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of wrestling collections, not only in person, but in like videos and everything. And this dude, it seems like he has. God bless him and good luck for him. I love him. So yeah, go over there to watch his channel. Like, speaking of Fly the L, he does guest hosts over there. BBA, Bone Breaking Action. He does shows with Waddy, and I typically do one on Monday. So definitely check out his channel. Check out all the live streams. I'm sort of in between those. I want to do like a Tuesday night one. I might do a Friday night one. I'm sort of debating on a Sunday one. Maybe earlier, maybe later. But I think 3 would be good. And this one with Waddy would actually make 4. So that's not bad. So that's what I think I'm going to go with. Say his name in here. Yeah, Joe Hendry, you got a contract. Goof Harrison with Gunn and Road Dogg. Yeah, man. Yeah, Waddy's collection is sick. Fly the L knows this, man. He's a great guest host, Fly the L. You got to check him out with Waddy. Like I've said before, dude's like on it. He's on point. And not just about wrestling figures. He seems like he has a lot of knowledge about various subjects. So check him out with Waddy. I know they got, like, I believe, a visual one on Saturday, but he might pop up. You never know. You never know. You might see a Fly the L pop up. You might see a Bum Shadows pop up randomly. Hey, gotta watch. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. And yes, I see Fly the last comment. It's true, I'm great. All right, bro. I love you, dude. All right, on that note, bum shadows out. Keep bumming!